Jersey City, NJ. After another lopsided session on Saturday morning, the outcome of the 12th President's Cup is no longer in doubt, with the Americans now up by a commanding 9 points, 11½ to 1/2. All that remains is to figure out the final score to determine just how large of a rout we just witnessed. But to get a real sense for the lopsided nature of play at Liberty National, let's consider some other statistics from the first 3 sessions that put things in proper context. Point 1. The largest margin of victory in the President's Cup is in jeopardy. The U.S. won in 2000 at Robert Trent Jones GC outside Washington, D.C., 21½ to 10½. That 11 points is the target that the Americans might be shooting for this weekend. Or it could be 15 points, which is the largest margin of victory by a U.S. squad in a professional match play team competition, when the Americans beat Great Britain in the 1967 Ryder Cup at Champions Golf Club in Houston, 23½ to 8½. Both records might be reasonable to break given the Americans' impressive play thus far. Point 2. The Americans' 9-point edge is the largest led after 3 sessions ever in the President's Cup or Ryder Cup. The U.S. hasn't led by 7 or more points after 3 sessions in a team competition since the 1975 Ryder Cup at Laurel Valley. Point 3. American teams have posted an under-par score in 12 of the 14 matches contested through Saturday morning at Liberty National. Daniel Berger and Brooks Koepka were 4 over in the Thursday foursomes match, the lone American loss for the week thus far. And Ricky Fowler and Justin Thomas were even par in their Saturday morning alternate shot match, which they halved. Otherwise, the Americans have been in red figures in every other contest. Point 4. En route to Team USA's 4½ to 1/2 drubbing in Friday 4 balls, the 5 U.S. duos were a collective 30 under. Granted, this includes normal match play concessions, but seriously, the Americans had to count just 2 bogeys the entire afternoon. How do you expect any other team to keep up? Chris Kondompka TOUR 5. The international side has never been more than 2 up in any match all week, except one. That exception came when Brandon Grace and Louis Oosthuizen won the 17th hole in their Thursday foursomes match against Berger and Koepka to close out their match 3-1. Again, that's the only outright victory of the entire week for the internationals. By comparison, the U.S. has won 8 matches by at least 3 holes. Point 6. No American pairing has won fewer than 3 holes in any given match. Contrast that with the fact that in 5 of the 14 matches, the internationals have won fewer than 3 holes against their American opponents. Point 7. On the back 9 at Liberty National, the Americans have won 32 holes. The internationals have won 15. Perhaps a clear indication of just how well the Americans have been able to close out their matches. Point 8. With a sweep of the 4 Saturday afternoon 4-ball matches, the Americans could clinch an overall victory. Yes, it is possible that Sunday singles play would have no bearing on the final outcome of the match. And yes, that would be a first. Related: Phil Mickelson breaks Tiger's record for all-time President's Cup points won. Watch Golf Digest videos.